Hey everyone, it's William from the Facebook page Scammers Action and the YouTube channel Scammy Scammers. We're going to do our Tuesday night fun live scammer slumber party. A lot of you guys have been asking for us to do this like a once a week thing, but with work and other commitments, it makes it hard to do it every week. So we try to do this as often as possible. So basically, we're just going to kind of make this an informal get together, an informal Q&A. If you guys have any questions you want to ask or would like me to call any possible scam numbers or whatever you'd like me to do, you just let me know and I will do that. Just wanted to welcome everybody coming to the chat, give everybody kind of a chance to get in here and we can get together and have a little fun. Like I said, this is kind of an informal, fun thing to do. This is not a serious, scam related topics. This is just something we're kind of doing for fun. We're going to try to do these a couple times a month if possible. A lot of you guys, as I said, were coming to me and asking to do these informal little Q&A things on YouTube. So hi to everybody that's coming to the chat. Just want to wish everybody a happy Tuesday night. It's about 10 o'clock at night here in Oregon. So I wanted to thank everybody for stopping in if it's middle of the night or daytime for you. But welcome to the chat. Hopefully maybe Anne will be joining us a little bit later if possible. She was resting earlier, but if possible, I'll give her a call and we'll get her on the phone later if she's up and about. If not, there's always next time. So thanks everyone for joining us. I'm going to try and talk to a scammer if possible. Some people have given me a couple phone numbers to try calling, and then I've actually got Dr. Samadi on tagged who's talking to me right now, so I'm gonna try to get him to offer a phone call. So in London it's 6 in the morning. Well, everybody's around the world, aren't we? I appreciate everybody coming in here and chatting and joining us. I don't really have anything in particular to share. I just wanted to have a little get together, and as I said, we'll try to call a couple scammers if we can. I've had a few of you come to the inbox and bring me phone numbers. So I hope everyone who's joining us has a great day, whatever country you're in as well. We have people from all around the world, which is pretty cool. We had someone recently ask us in our inbox, do you just help people from the United States? And no, the answer is no. We help people from almost every country in the world. On any given weekend, we'll get 300 to 500 messages, and most people will be from across the globe, anywhere from Japan and the Philippines to Argentina to Europe to Russia. We have people from all over the world who come to our inbox, and unfortunately, we have victims from all over the world, which is kind of sad as well. And also, I want to say we had quite a few of you turn in your stories this week, and I've got a couple of videos coming out tonight and tomorrow with victim stories. So if you shared your story, it should be in the next couple of videos that we have coming out. They're actually processing right now, so they should be uploaded pretty soon. Like I said, if you guys have any questions you want to ask me, you're more than welcome to ask me in the chat, and I'll answer as many as possible tonight. I'm going to try to keep this kind of short, maybe like a half an hour, but if we get a good scammer on the phone, maybe it'll last a little bit longer. As I said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'm happy to answer them for you. And thanks everyone for their well wishes and all the kind things that you guys say. It makes it worth it. One question that someone asked me recently, and I've addressed it before, but I'll address it now. Someone called me out on YouTube and said, hey, you're just doing this because you make money doing it. And I had to set the story straight. Anna and myself, neither one of us make any money doing this. All the videos we do, we don't get paid advertisement for it. It's all done for free. All the videos we make are done for free. We get no sponsorship. We actually make nothing off of any of these videos. So basically what we're doing them for is just to educate the public about scammers and keep everybody safe and let victims know that they're not alone and that there's always support network here. And that's basically why we do it. We want to help people. We want to educate people. But we don't make any money doing these videos. We don't make any money off of our Facebook page. It's just basically a labor of love and knowing that we help people. So just want to clear that up. Someone said, you're just doing it for the money, but there's actually no money in this. So it's just for fun. So if you got some numbers, I'll grab them and I'll start calling. I had one lady, one of our page regulars came to the inbox tonight, and she gave me a number of a gentleman to call who is claiming he's peacekeeping in Nigeria. So I will copy that number, Linda, that you just gave me, and I will go ahead and add it to our list. I'll start calling a couple of numbers here in a minute and try to talk to a scammer. I'm actually chatting on Tagged with a guy using Dr. Samadi's photo. So I'm hoping that he will give us a call as well, and we can talk to him as the old lady. I'll actually just I'll prompt him now to see if he'll want to do a phone call. But we'll go ahead. I'll call the first number that someone gave me. We'll try to get a hold of this scammer. Sometimes they pick up, sometimes they don't. As you know, in our previous videos, sometimes we just sit here for quite a long time before we get someone to talk to us. So I'll call this one number. This is a soldier pretending to be peacekeeping in Nigeria. So we'll see who we get. Went to free voicemail. Okay. Linda, I'll try calling the number you gave me. His name is supposed to be Tommy Anderson, but also Scott Marvin, and he says he's in the oil rig. Oh, another oil rig, man. All right, we'll go ahead and give them a call and see what we get. Maybe he'll answer. We've been getting a lot of victims bringing oil rig scammers lately, unfortunately, and it's going to continue. Hopefully he'll pick up. Maybe not.
The person you are calling is unable to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Okay, so for those of you who've never heard that before, that is actually what's called Primo UK, and it is a free voicemail service similar to Google Voice, but it's for the UK, and basically people sign up on their website, put in their email address, it gives them a phone number. So if you ever get a number and you call and you get a voice recording like that, just know that it's a free voicemail service is basically what it is. And as we've talked about before, you know, when you call, when you're talking to somebody online, and let's say they're a business owner, or they're on an oil rig, or they're deployed, and they give you a phone number, and it's, say a phone number to Oklahoma or Texas or wherever, and you call it, and it says the Google Voice subscriber you've reached is unavailable, or it says the text now subscriber is unavailable. That means it's a free voicemail number. That's not a real phone number. You're not actually calling into somebody's phone. You're actually calling into an app, and they often get your caller ID, your information when you do that. So keep in mind that real people that own businesses, real people that are on oil rigs, soldiers, things like that, they're not going to use a free voicemail service. Scammers use them, and that's a huge red flag. Hi to everybody that's come in. Hi, Allison, everyone that's coming to the chat. As I said earlier, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat, and I'm happy to answer anything that you might have. We've had a lot of people ask us to answer questions about things, and a lot of times we don't get to all the comments on YouTube. I get probably 1,000 comments every 3 to 4 days on YouTube, so I don't always get to them. But if you have any questions, I'll answer them in the chat, and if I miss them, just repeat it, and I'll try to get to all of them. Good morning to you from Germany. I've been to Germany. It's a beautiful country. Hi to everyone who's just entering the chat. Just want to let you guys know, as I said before, this is just an informal little get together. I'll answer questions. We can try and call a few scammers and get them to call us, and that's kind of basically what we're doing here, and trying to get them to chat with us. As you know, it can be hard sometimes to get people to chat with us all the time on the phone. But I will try calling this other number. That's wait for Dr. Samadi. I'm talking to Dr. Samadi on Tag. I'm hoping he'll want me to call him. And that number is disconnected. So, Susan, mine used a phone number from a landline but texted it. How do you know it was from a landline? If you put it into a search engine and it said landline phone number in Houston, Texas, that just means basically that it could have been someone's landline at one time, but now the scammer, the phone number's been recycled, and now it's a free voicemail number. Keep in mind that search sites, when you put a phone number into a search site, it's not always accurate because these search sites don't update their phone numbers, but maybe once every couple of years. So in fact, I had a phone number from my home phone that I had 6 years ago, and I got rid of my landline phone number. That phone number still, when you put it in the search, comes up with my name and information, but it's somebody else's number now. So just keep in mind that someone's free voicemail number today could have been someone's landline number a year ago or 6 months ago. And when you put that into search, it'll still come up as a landline number. So you might have been talking to somebody that's using a free voicemail number, but at one time it was a landline. But that's the only thing I can think of. Hi, this is Marie. You're welcome. I'm glad that you're here as well. And I'm glad that you find the videos helpful. As you know, Ann and myself are on the Facebook page together, and then the YouTube channel, as far as the videos, I make all the videos. So I really appreciate your well wishes and for being so kind. Can't get back to my Facebook. It feels like they're there. How can I be sure they're gone? You know what? There are scammers on Facebook. There's scammers on Instagram. There's scammers on every website. You can't get rid of them. You can't hide from them. You know, I've had a lot of victims say to me, "I'm never going to go online again," and that's not the answer, because you don't want to isolate yourself from social media because of scammers, because that lets the scammers win. You just need to know what to look out for. Look for the red flags. Don't accept friend requests from people you don't know. If you don't know them in person, or you don't know them from your job, or they're not a relative of yours, random strangers generally don't friend request you that are legit. You know, soldiers online are not going to friend request you just at random. Real soldiers, at least. So you know, you don't have to be scared of going online or scared of social media, but you just have to be careful and know what to look out for. And like I said, if you avoid social media, you're letting the scammer win, and you don't want to do that either. You just need to know what to look out for and be safe. And if you do need assistance, like let's say you're on social media and you get a friend request, you can hop on over to our Facebook page on Scamming Scammers Action, drop the link in our inbox, and I'll look at it, and I'll look at it. We'll tell you if it's a real profile or not before you accept it. You don't have to accept people. You can chat with people in Messenger and not accept them as your friend as well. So you can chat with somebody for a little bit and kind of get to know them and figure out who they are before you accept them. And you can usually see the red flags before you accept them as your friend. But as I said, keep in mind, real people don't send random friend requests to strangers. You have to know them from somewhere or something. And real soldiers don't do that. So just remember that. Same with people working on oil rigs. You know, I lived in Texas for a lot of years, over 10 years. My roommate he worked on an oil rig, and they didn't friend request strange women online, and they didn't chat, you know, while they were out in the oil rigs, as far as, you know, being lonely and looking for love. My friend, that he worked for Chevron, and he was actually on a real working oil rig. And I'll tell you, the guys that work on oil rigs, most of them are married, and the ones that aren't married are not chatting online looking for women. When they get back on shore, they've worked their 14 days, whatever they've worked. They don't go chatting online to women. They don't go writing poems. They go to the local bars to pick up women. So if you're chatting with a man on an oil rig, you're more than likely talking to a scammer using a stolen picture. Yeah, Pauline. I mean, and people have asked us before, you know, how do you stop a scammer? How do we stop them? There's no way to actually physically stop scammers. The best thing you can do is you can be educated about what they do, who they are, and you can block them when they come to you. Don't engage them. Don't, you know, romance the idea that this person might be real, and then they ask you for your bank account. You know, just know what to look out for, know who they are, know the red flags, and block them. That's the best thing you can do. You know, a lot of scammers, unfortunately, when you become a victim of a scammer, whether you've sent money or not, if a scammer thinks you might send money, or you might like military guys or whatever, they'll take your link and share it with other scammers. They share it in groups. We're in a lot of groups that are run by scammers, so we can kind of infiltrate and watch what they do. And I guarantee you, 90% of the time, what I see in secret scammer groups run by scammers is them posting victims' profile links saying, try this one, try friending her. So they do definitely share your information. Kat, you got one. Says his name is Albert Robert, and he lives in Texas, but he's stuck in Utah. Oh, I hate when I get stuck. Okay, we'll try to give him a call. Let's see what we get. We're just waiting on Dr. Samadi, who's chatting with me on tag, but he's not responding right away. So we'll give it a try. And just remember, like normal people, I mean, we all have our problems and stuff, but when you're talking to a fake profile, they've always got a crisis. You know, their oil pipe broke, or their kid is sick, or there's always some kind of crisis. But let's try to give this Albert a call and see if he answers. We'll try. So all we can do is try. Let's see if he picks up.
The Google subscriber you have called is not available. Please leave a message after the tone.
Are you there, Albert? I'm trying to get a hold of you, honey.
Okay, we'll see if he calls back. Cindy, I'll try Andy James. Okay, we'll give Andy James a call and see if we can get a hold of somebody. As I said, it's hard sometimes to get these guys to talk on the phone, but we'll try.
Are you there? Are you there, honey?
Hello?
Oh, sorry, I'm looking for Andy.
Hello?
Are you there? I'm looking for Andy.
Andy on the line.
I'm looking for Andy from the dating site.
Who is this?
This is Betty Lou.
Who?
It's Betty Lou from the dating site. You told me to give you a call.
Yeah, it's not me. I don't know you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking for the man from the dating site. You said you wanted to meet me for coffee, but you were stuck and you needed some help.
No, it's not me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry, honey. You sound very sweet. Are you single?
I said it's not me. Okay?
Well,
It's not me.
that's okay. I'm sorry. I got the wrong number, honey, but you sound really sweet. Are you single?
I'm not single. I'm occupied. Okay?
Oh, you're not single? Well, are you looking to mingle anyway?
I'm not looking to mingle. Okay? I have a woman.
Oh, you got a woman? What's her name?
I've got a woman. Why do I need to tell you? I've got a woman. Okay?
Well, I could be I could be better.
Yeah, I've got a woman. Her name is Cindy. Please get off the line. Okay?
Well, you get off the line. Good Lord, you don't have to be so damn rude.
So Cindy, you're talking to him, and he says he's got a woman, and you're his woman. That's a Nigerian guy you're talking to, just so you know. That's a Nigerian accent. That's a Nigerian man. The scammer's dedicated to you though, so I would suggest blocking him. I'm glad you guys like the old lady. She's a character. So my scammer's number is Martin Solomon. I speak very slow, poor English. I speak Spanish from Guatemala. Well, I don't know very much Spanish, but I will try to call Martin Solomon. So Cindy, getting back to your boyfriend, he's dedicated to you. Let me try calling Martin. Dr. Samadi's disappeared from tag. We don't know where he went. I prompted him 3 times. That's a free voicemail number. It just rang out. So he might have the number turned off right now. Mine is Liam Meyer. He wants me to release my information to him so he can get iTunes that I sent him. Gene, don't send iTunes to anybody. It's a scammer. Unfortunately I can't call that number because it's international. But if anyone's asking you for iTunes cards and you're sending them to a scammer. Real people, legit people, don't ask strangers for iTunes cards. So I would block him. Hello from the Philippines. I'll check out your channel after the Q&A, and we'll see what you got on your channel. So if anyone's got a number they want me to call, I'm happy to call it and see if we can get in touch with the scammer. That last one didn't want to mingle with the old lady. She really tried. But I do have a few untagged, but none of them are answering. I'm going to try to prompt a few, see if I can get some phone calls going, but never know. We'll see if we can get someone to talk to us. So Dr. Samadi messaged me from tag. He says, I'm very beautiful. Thank you. Would you like to talk on the phone? We're going to try to get Dr. Samadi to talk to us. I'm glad you guys like the old lady. I appreciate it. It's hard for me to do the voice for a long period of time, so it makes my throat really sore. So sometimes when we get scammers that'll talk for an hour, it's just hell on my voice, but it's fun to mess with them and make people laugh. Do you ever get scammers watching your YouTube channel? Yeah, sure they do. I've had people threaten to cut my head off because of my YouTube channel. Scammers do watch the channel. Scammers do come to our page. I had someone ask me, do you think that you're educating scammers by the videos you make? And my answer to that would be no, because in the 5 years we've been doing this, in the 5 years we've been making videos and doing the page, they've not learned anything. They're still as stupid as ever. They're still using the same excuses and the same stuff. But yeah, scammers do come to the page. Scammers do come to the chats. They do watch the videos. I've probably got about 400 people that have been banned from the YouTube channel that are scammers who have just outright made threats to murder me for making the videos. So yeah, they do. They come to the channel. They do. I met this guy claiming to be from New Jersey. Days later, he said he was going to Dubai. He's there now. Then he said the VAT taxes are 50%, so he didn't go prepared with enough money. It's a scammer. Scammers, a lot of people get thrown off because you talk to a lot of people who, you're welcome, Cindy, who often will say they're going to Dubai, and that throws people off because they think, well, there's no scammers in Dubai, and actually there's a ton of scammers over there. There are scammers, from the Middle East, Arab scammers. There's scammers, from different parts of the world. But what a lot of people don't realize is there's a lot of West Africans from Nigeria, from Ghana. There's a lot of people from India, from Thailand, from the Philippines that go to Dubai to work. And they go there on work visas, and they have a legit job working in, like, say, a restaurant, hotel, whatever. But while they're there, they're scamming. and they're taking what they know from wherever they came from. They go to Dubai and they scam, and they'll often use the excuse of, I'm from Texas, but I'm going to Dubai on business, and then that's when they ask for the money. So keep that in mind. If you're talking to somebody and they suddenly went to Dubai or suddenly went to Malaysia on business, the money question will be coming really soon, and they will ask you for money. So just remember that. And keep in mind, like Maria, anybody that asks for money, I don't care what it is. I don't care if they ask for money for food, for taxes. They tell you they're in jail. They tell you they need hotel bills. It's a scammer. Real people will not ask strangers online for money. Even if you're on an online relationship with somebody, they wouldn't ask for money. A real person will not ask for money. So I have a number for you, possibly. I can't call international. So if you have like a US number, I can call it. International, I can't. Yeah, I don't use WhatsApp or any of those ones. Okay, Susan, I'll call this number and see who we get. I'm trying my best to keep up with the chat, so if I miss something, just holler back at me and I'll get it. Let me try your number, Susan. He says he's from Greece. That's another thing. Scammers oftentimes, if they're from a different country, I'll give you an example. Let's say, and I'm not picking on a certain country. And then Linda, I'll get yours next. Got thousands of dollars from my cousin's listening. Her name is Brenda. Okay, I will call that one after this. Another red flag is if somebody tells you, their mother was from Spain, their father was from Norway, they grew up in the UK, but they were raised in Chile, and now they live in Texas, but they're working in Malaysia, and that's why they have an accent. That's a huge red flag. It usually means I'm hiding my real accent, which will be somewhere from, say, India, Pakistan, Ghana, Nigeria, wherever. So that's a way scammers use to try and mask their accents, and in reality, they're from a place like West Africa. Shout out to you, Lola Ching. Hello. And we'll try to call a couple numbers. I'm trying to keep up with Dr. Samadi. He's wanting to chat on Hangouts, which, as you know, is just full of scammers. So I will try calling this number that you left me, the first person that you said he's Greek. He's probably not Greek. So we'll try giving this one a call real quick, see who we get. Super loud. They do read from a script. A lot of them do. It's the same thing every time. Widow, one child, wife died of cancer.
Are you there? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Oh, hi. I'm trying to reach Bobby.
How are you?
I'm doing just fine, sweetheart. How you doing?
Oh, I'm great, baby. How are you? I miss you.
Oh, I miss me too, sweetie. What are you up to?
I'm fine. I just, be busy walking, But I always think about you.
Oh, I always think about you, beautiful stranger. So tell me about what are you working on, honey?
Beautiful stranger.
Yeah, you're so beautiful, honey.
Anyway, I got a project I'm working on here in Louisiana, New Orleans.
Oh, goodness. What kind of project?
Yeah, and where you working at?
Oh, honey, like I told you before, I'm a teacher. I teach Spanish at the insane asylum on Fridays.
Fridays?
Yes, honey, I teach Spanish at the insane asylum.
So what do you do on Monday?
Monday's my bingo day, sweetheart. I go and play bingo.
I like the way you talk. You make me laugh.
I'm glad I make you laugh, sweetheart. So what are you
I hope.
when you gonna finish your project?
I'm almost through. I'm almost through. Just a little more time, maybe about 6 weeks more, less than that. But I'm almost through. I'm just rounding up anyway. I'm just rounding up, trying to walk around and finish up with the painting, and I'll be through. And I was thinking maybe we can meet.
Oh, honey, I'd love to meet you, sweetheart. It'd be like a dream come true. I don't know if you'd be interested, but next Friday, my sister Bardine and I are having a big butt paintball shooting contest. Did you want to come? We're gonna have hot Cheetos and some fruit punch.
Where are you?
I'm in Tennessee, honey.
Tennessee?
Tennessee, sweetheart, out in the backwoods off of Route 9 by the big alien church.
Oh, I can come if you want me. If you invite me, I can come, or you can come if you want to come or be with me, or you want me to come be with you when I'm done with the project.
Well, I'd rather you come here, sweetie, because we're having that big butt paintball shooting contest, and I'm going to host it at my house. So it'd be better if you came, and maybe we could go camping in the backyard. I can clean all the dog poop off the grass.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. But you would also love it in my house, because I have a duplex in New York. My kids are there with me. I have 2 kids. They're both twins, and they'll be so happy to meet you.
Oh, well, I'd be happy to meet the little snot bags myself. So you got two you got two little kids. Well, I got a basement they can stay in if you want to bring them to the house.
We can decide after we meet. And my house is bigger. It's a 5 bedroom. I don't like my kids to live in a basement. I don't like that.
Well, it's got some of that sticking carpeting, the little carpet tiles from the Costco. So I mean, it's got carpet, and most of the mold's been removed. So I mean, they'd be fine down there. There's some little electrical cords to play with. They'd be fine.
Uh, I don't like my Joseph, my son. Joseph can live there. It's gonna be okay for him. Playing his video games. But my daughter, I don't want my daughter to live in the basement.
Well, I mean, I got room in the attic. I mean, we got most of the asbestos out. I mean, if you want to bring the damn kids, you can. I mean, we got some neighbor kids around the corner, and they can go play in the creek or something.
Oh, that's right. But you gotta promise me if I come down there, you promise me you'll come down with me to New York.
Well, I never been to New York, but I hear they got some damn good hot dogs. So yeah, sure. I'll go.
Oh, sure. You get some better hot dog and you got cappuccino, you got pizza. It's really lovely. You like it in New York. And I live in Catskill, New York. It's very quiet. It's a reserve area. And it's a very beautiful place. It's very quiet. It's not like a downtown New York. So you really like it, my place. And I
Well,
got a swimming pool. We can swim. It's just beautiful.
oh my goodness, you got a damn swimming pool. I'll have to bring my little yellow polka dot bikini and my floaties. But yeah, I'd love to go to New York and have a big old hot dog with you.
You're so sweet.
I know.
Mm.
Well,
So you know my name now? What's your name?
I like to call you baby, but my name is Betty Lou, honey.
You want to call me baby?
Well, what do you want to call? What do you want me to call you, honey cakes?
You can call me anything, but I want you to know my name. You can call me baby, honey, whatever, but you need to know my name, right?
Well, yeah, baby, I need to know your name. I mean, what if we get married?
Yeah. So my name is Michael Faramot.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll text it to you so you can pronounce it. And what is your name?
My name is Betty Lou Conchita.
Betty?
Betty Lou Conchita.
Oh, Betty Guido Cachimba. Wow. Yeah, where are you originally from?
Well, I'm originally from Tennessee, but you could say I'm a lady of mystery because last summer my sister Bardine and I went down to Cabo because she won a contest in a wet t-shirt contest. And when I went down to Cabo, I fell in love with the Spanish language, and so I took an online class to learn to speak Spanish, and now I'm teaching Spanish at the asylum. It inspired me, honey.
Wow, that's good. I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of me too.
Do you have a kid? Do you have your kids? Do you have kids?
I do. I got my son Kyle. He's 27. He's gonna be 28 next year, and he's just my pride and joy. He just got out of prison, but now he's in the work program and he's working for the cable company. I'm so proud of him. As soon as he gets
Oh,
driver's license, he's gonna be able to actually install the cable. So Mama's so proud.
Oh, I'm proud too. I'm happy he got his stuff fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Does he live with you or he lives alone?
Oh, hell no, he don't live with me because he makes too much damn noise playing the Xbox. He lives down the street in a halfway house with 5 other people.
Oh, okay, because I don't want to come down there while your son is living there because we can't have fun, you know what I mean?
Oh, honey, I know what you mean, sweetie. And you don't have to worry about my son hearing us do the sideways mambo because he don't live anywhere near us. We can be as loud as we want to. Are you a
So
screamer?
you have a roommate or you have like a neighbor or you have a landlord or something like that?
No, I own my own home, honey, and the nearest neighbor is like 7 miles from me. So, good Lord, we can do whatever we want. If you want to bang holes in the wall, good Lord, no one here to hear you, sweetheart.
I guess this is your way. If we get married, I can renovate for you. I can remodel your house for you and make it beautiful. And I can put a swimming pool. Do you have a large backyard?
Oh,
If I
yeah.
have to put a swimming pool for you.
Well, yeah, my backyard goes on for miles. Now, I've got a swimming pool from the Walmart, but it's just a big blow-up turtle. So, yeah, it'd be kind of nice to have a really big swimming pool. We could skinny dip.
How big is your land? How many acres?
Oh, it's 100 acres, honey. It goes on for miles. Good Lord.
Wow, that's really big.
I know.
But if we get married, you're gonna move with me, right?
Well, are we gonna move to New York City? I don't know if I'm ready for all that mess, honey.
Yeah, because I have my house and it's in a better place. So I think if we get married, it's good. We leave, we go to New York, and what are you gonna do with your house? You're gonna sell it?
Well, I could sell it or I could give it to my sister Bardine because the house she's in now is getting too small and they're gonna have to cut the wall away to get her out and my house is a lot bigger, so I might just give it to Bardine if you're okay with that.
Use your house for a party?
Is it what, honey?
Okay. Because you like it in New York, and I don't think we can just sell it over there and We talk about that because, or we can just rent it out. We can, have you said it's 100 acres?
Yeah, it's 100 acres, honey. And like I said, I've got the big plastic fence from the Walmart around the front, and it's got the turtle swimming pool. So, I mean, we could probably get $500 or $600 for the property, honey.
Or if we have to rent it?
Oh no! I mean to sell it. I mean rent it. I would just rent it to my sister Bardine because she needs a bigger house.
So if you have to sell it, how much is it gonna cost?
Oh, honey, I wouldn't let this house go for less than $500,000.
Because yeah, it's big. It's big because my bought my house for about 500,000 too. That was about 8 years ago, and it's very big. My land has a lot of space. I have the woods. I'll send you a picture of what it looks like. I don't have much, but I'll try to send you a picture of what it looks like. I got a swimming pool. I got a woods in the backyard, so in the weekend we can take a walk in the woods. I got a shotgun. When I go in the woods, I hunt for deer and some animals, and we can have fun.
Oh my goodness, you're gonna take me in the woods with a damn shotgun. This is my fourth husband all over again. Well, as long as you don't shoot me, I think we'll be fine.
Who's gonna shoot you? Me?
Well, you're gonna take me in the woods with a damn shotgun. Good Lord, I'm scared.
You're my baby. You scared of me?
I'm just teasing, sweetheart.
You don't have to be. You know why? You know why I take the shotgun?
Why, honey? Because people are trying to assassinate you?
No, no, no. Just to hunt animals. And I got a license, and the police know I got a shotgun, and I can shoot no one. It's for hunting, and I use it to protect myself. So when we go in the woods, you don't need to worry if anyone's gonna come up to us because we got a shotgun to protect ourselves. We
Oh,
need to protect ourselves, baby. Come on.
I know we do, honey. I mean, what if you and I are walking in the woods and all of a sudden some crazy man from the 7-Eleven comes out and tries to kill us? You can shoot him, and then I'll go ahead and I'll
Yeah,
get the shovel and I'll make a shallow grave and we'll just roll him down the hill and we'll bury him and no one will have to know it. It'll be our little secret.
yeah, yeah. That's right. Because I don't want no one to hurt you or hurt me.
Oh no, ain't nobody gonna hurt us, honey. We like Bonnie and Clyde running through the woods with a shotgun. Someone look at you cockeyed, I'm gonna shoot him.
I love you. You sound so sweet.
I love me too, honey.
Uh, mm.
Mhm.
You're gonna send me a picture of you?
Oh yeah, honey, I'll send you all kinds of photos of me. I even got a photo of myself in a little bikini.
Okay, you sent me a picture in the bikini. You look good, I guess.
No, I look
Sexy.
all right. It's before I had my stomach staple, but that don't matter.
You look sexy.
I
Oh, I'm
know.
so hot. I wish you were here, baby. I'm so hot.
You're so hot. Well, turn a damn fan on.
I mean, I'm so honey. I'm so honey. I
Oh,
wish you were here so I can touch and kiss you.
oh, good Lord. Well, I'm a Christian. We gotta meet first before we start doing the bouncy castle fun dance, honey.
Uh, oh, that's good. Because I'm a Christian too, and I'm a deacon. I'm a deacon in my church.
You're a dickhead?
Yeah,
That's wonderful, sweetheart.
yeah. I want me and you to go to church, and we can get married in the church. After you want me to call my pastor and tell him that I found someone I want to marry?
Well, I think you better, honey. You sound pretty damn serious. I mean, you go ahead and call the church, but I gotta get me a wedding dress, and it ain't gonna be white, honey.
Baby, don't worry, I got you. everything. I got everything under control. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, when do you want to get married, sweetheart? I mean, I gotta prepare for this. I gotta wax things that ain't been waxed in 20 years.
What I want to do is because, like I said, I got like 4 weeks more to finish up the job. Once I finish up the job, I'll come up to you and we can talk about it and we can go see the pastor and we can fix a date. We're gonna get married, me and you.
Well, when are you gonna finish your damn project?
4 weeks time, by the next month. I'm almost through. I'm almost finished, baby.
Okay, so I got 4 weeks to get ready for this damn wedding, and I gotta go down to Walmart and get some of that coochie wax, because good Lord, like I'm telling you, it's been 20 years, honey. And then I gotta get me
Baby,
a
no, you're not, baby. No, I'm gonna get everything when I'm coming. I want like a little marriage. Me, you, the kids, your son. My mom is still alive. I want my mom to be there. And if your mom or your sister, your brother, they can come and we can have a little marriage, like a quick one. I don't need so much people, baby. I just want to have my life with you. That's all I want, not anyone.
Well, that's wonderful, honey, but now, I mean, is it okay if I bring my sister Bardine?
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing?
Because, like I said, when I'm coming over there, I'm gonna stop by the store to get a ring, so we can have a wedding ring. I want to get a diamond ring. You like diamond or you want gold ring?
Oh, honey, I want diamonds and gold, and I mean, you better be putting a ring on it like Beyonce said.
I love you, baby.
I love you too.
Oh, I'll get a diamond. I like it. It's expensive, but it's beautiful. It's gonna cost about $20,000, but I'm gonna get that for you because you're beautiful and I like you.
I like me too. Are you gonna get the ring off of QVC, or are you gonna go get it at the store?
You want me to get it online or you want me to go get it on the store?
Well, you could go to QVC or the HSN network and go ahead and order it when they have their jewelry bonanza on Friday.
Oh, okay. That's the site. Is it like a site or a store?
Well, yeah, I mean, it comes on here, Channel 59. I mean, last Wednesday, they were selling all them nice jewelries on the QVC. I got me a necklace shaped like a trumpet.
$150?
Honey,
That's
QVC.
really cheap. I don't want a cheap ring for you. I need something really good and expensive for my baby.
Well, you get whatever you think, honey. I'm pretty cheap and pretty damn easy, sweetheart.
No, my baby's not cheap. My baby's not cheap. My baby you're very sweet and you're not cheap. You're so expensive and I like you. I like it that way.
I like me too, honey. Well, you can lavish me in any kind of gifts you see fit, turd cakes.
And you too. You need to get me good gifts, expensive clothes, washes. You have to take care and love me, show me love because I take good care of you and I buy you expensive things because I love you.
Oh, honey, well, you can get down on one knee and propose to me right now if you want to. And, I'll lavish you with the finest clothing I can find. I'll get you some velvet purple pants and a yellow hat with a big flower. I'll get you a damn Gucci pair of underwear, honey.
I like that. I love you, baby.
I love me too, sweetheart.
So what time you have to go to bed?
Whenever the hell I feel like it now. I've got to go down to the asylum tomorrow because I'm teaching some Spanish words. But other than that,
Okay.
I'm going to be home. Why'd you need something, sweetheart?
Oh, okay. Okay. I'll be work, but you can call me anytime just to talk to me and let me tell you I love you all the time. Okay.
Okay, sweetie. Well, I mean, I hope you're being careful there in your little project. I mean, are you doing okay? Did you need some Gucci shoes or something, honey?
Yes, I'll be okay, and I eat okay. But I love to eat with you when we get together. We can eat together. It's gonna be lively and happy time.
Oh, honey, I can't wait to eat with you. We're going to feed each other some jalapeno poppers, and I'm going to smush them in your eyeballs and everything, sweetheart.
You're so sweet. I like you a lot.
I love you too,
Where
honey.
have you been?
Oh, honey, I've been around. I've just been waiting for you.
I love you, sweetie.
I love me too, honey.
I love you so much. You're so beautiful,
I
so
bet.
nice. I like
bet.
you.
I bet you do,
I
sweet.
really do. I want you to be my wife. We were gonna be happy. We will so be happy. I promise you that.
Oh, I bet we'll be
And
happy.
I'll take good care of you. And I'll send you a picture of my house. You like it. And
Oh, I bet
when
it's.
we get married, you don't worry. You come. We can live down in New York. New York is beautiful.
Oh,
You're gonna
honey.
love New York. New York is beautiful. We have the pool. We have the beach. We have the park. We have the cinemas. We have the stores. We have stores everywhere. The Walmart, 7-Eleven, Kids Shopper. We have all of them. It's really nice here. You like it, I promise you.
Oh, honey, I've always dreamed of going on a romantic shopping spree to 7-Eleven with the one I love. Oh, goodness.
Oh, sure. We can go on a shopping spree, and I travel. I travel a lot. I don't know if you want to go to Dubai because I did a job in Dubai, and they invited me over to come spend some time there. So maybe me, you, we can go and have a honeymoon in Dubai. Dubai is very beautiful. You know Dubai?
Oh, goodness, I don't think I've ever been to Dubai, but I mean, hell, I've been to Cabo. It can't be any more fun than Cabo.
Where have you been to? Cabo? Yes, Cabo.
Cabo down in Mexico, honey. Me and my sister Bardine went. That's where I got
Oh,
my inspiration to
Mexico.
learn to speak Spanish.
Oh, you love Dubai. Dubai is so beautiful. It's the most beautiful city in the world.
Oh, goodness. Well, I'd love to go to Dubai with you, honey, and I can wear my bikini and I can run down the sidewalks of Dubai in my thong.
I love it, baby. Mm.
I love me too.
Mm, mm.
Oh, goodness, did you just give me a damn kiss?
Yes, I'm giving you a kiss, baby. A
Mwah,
wet
mwah, mwah.
one.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
You don't want me to kiss you?
Oh, honey, I want you to kiss me. I want you to hug me. I want you to hold my hand while we're shopping for diamonds at the 7-Eleven, baby. I can't wait to be with you, dirt cakes.
Yeah, it's gonna be okay. Don't worry. Um, I'm just gonna call. I'll talk to my mom tomorrow, and I'm gonna tell my mom I want to get married to you and start a process. Um, in the weekend, I'm gonna look for the ring and find a very good diamond ring for you. Okay,
Okay,
so
well,
we're gonna be happy.
now my fingers are kind of like little piglet feet, so I wear a size 14 ring. I hope you can find one in my size.
Size 14.
Yeah, my fingers look like little sausages, honey.
I like it. It's beautiful.
Well, no, they're actually pretty fat, but that's okay.
I'm gonna look for. You said size 14, right?
Size 14, honey. Yes, like I said,
Okay.
my fingers look like a Jimmy Dean sausage roll in summer. Good Lord.
I'm gonna. If I get to the store, I'm gonna send you pictures of the rings that you can choose, so you can pick one and I can buy that. Okay.
All right, honey. Well, you send me all kinds of pictures of what kind of ring you want to give me, and I'll pick out the one I like the best, just as long as it's a size 14.
Yes, yes. I can. I'll send you other pictures of the different rings, and you can choose. Okay.
Well, I want something flashy so that when I'm shopping at the Walmart, everyone knows that I'm a kept woman.
That's why I like you because you really love to show up, and I like that you show up your beautiful rings,
Oh,
and they're
honey.
gonna say, "Wow, your ring is beautiful. Your husband bought it for you." Say yes. Oh, your husband must really love you because buy you so expensive diamond.
Oh, yeah, honey. I mean, when I go out shopping at the Walmart, good Lord, everybody sees me because I wear the biggest, goldest, sparkly looking outfit you can imagine. And I do my hair up really big, and then I wear your diamond ring. Oh, God, honey, everyone's going to fall at their feet thinking I'm Beyonce.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Well, honey, I can't wait to be with you.
I'm gonna be there with you. Okay, very soon. Very soon, baby. I'm gonna be working very hard so I can finish on time and I can come up and be with you and we can go see your son and I wanna talk to your son and let your son know I love you and I wanna marry you.
Oh, honey,
And
my
if
son don't give a damn. He'd be like, whatever, good luck.
Mhm. So you have your mom or your dad or if I wanna get married to you, who am I gonna meet?
Oh, well, unfortunately, both my parents were killed in a car
Oh,
accident
I'm
on
so
the way to the
sorry,
market.
baby.
They were going to buy some fruit, and they both passed, but that's
Wow.
okay. And then my last husband, as you know, he died. He got the hair cancer, so I ain't got no one but my son and my fat sister, Bardine.
You got me, baby. I'm all yours, okay? Don't
Oh,
worry. I
oh,
got you.
and I thought I'd die a lonely old hag. Good Lord.
It's okay, baby. It's okay. I'm here for you, okay?
I know you are, Turkeys. It's okay. I just, I just don't know what to say. It's just like a damn whirlwind.
I love you, baby. I love you. We're gonna be happy,
Yeah, I'm sure we
okay?
will,
And you,
sweetie pie.
yes, yes, I will, baby. And I hope you will. Uh, my kids, you love my kids. They love you. They respect you like the mother. They're really
Oh,
cute. I'll send you a picture of the kids, okay?
oh yeah, you better. Now them kids better respect me, otherwise I'm gonna get the switch and beat their little asses. So I'm hoping them kids will be well behaved. I don't need them like getting their sticky fingers all over my carpets and touching my mirrors and stuff.
Baby, my kids, they just 15 years and they're well behaved. Well behaved. I promise you that.
Okay, well, like I said, I mean, if they start touching my mirrors, 'cause I got lots of mirrors, 'cause I like to look at myself, I'm just gonna slap their little fingers with a ruler or a spatula, but I'm sure they'll be fine and they'll be calling me mama before they know it.
No problem. They are your kids. If they misbehave, yeah, you can hit them. No problem, okay?
Okie dokie, honey. Well, I can't wait to see you. I hope you're okay where you're working.
Yes, I'm okay. I just miss you and I miss eating good food. That's why I can't wait to be with you so I can eat with you and we can be happy, make love.
You you miss eating good food, honey, or you're not getting fed where you're at.
Yeah, I know that.
Are you hungry? Who the hell you talking to? I hear people.
Oh, I love you, baby.
I thought I heard a woman in the background. I hope you're not cheating on me. So you're not eating any good food, honey.
You said? You had what?
I said you said you're not eating any good food.
No, 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 no. Because I have no one yet. If I have someone, yeah, I'll eat good food, but I have no one. And I go and sometimes I buy the pizza and it's not good because I really want to eat home cook, you know.
Oh, you poor man! If you were here, you could have my tater tot casserole. It's mostly tater tots, but that's fine. You okay? Did you need food? I mean, can I send you some ding dongs?
Don't worry, baby, I'm okay. I just wait till I come up to you and I can have all the good food you cook. I eat all of them, all your food.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you love my tater tot casserole. My sister Bardine eats it by the panful.
Wow, that's a lot of food you got.
Oh, yeah, well, she's bigger than the damn house, so she can eat a whole bag of tater tots on her own. But, I mean, I'm worried about you, honey. You sure you got enough food where you're at now?
Yes, baby, I just buy. I don't make them. I just go to the store and I get whatever I want to eat. But I wish you were here. You can cook good food for me. You know what I mean?
Oh, honey, I make the best food. I take Vienna sausages and I put them in a blender and
Wow,
I put them over some
I'm so
crackers and throw
blessed.
them in the microwave with some spaghetti sauce. It's the best. I call them wieners on a
Wow,
cracker.
wow, I'm so blessed to have you, baby.
Yeah, you bet your damn ass you are. So, honey, now you said you're gonna come and see me in 4 weeks.
Yes, maybe in 4 5 weeks I'll be through. And when I through and get my check, then I'll come up to be with you and we can talk about the next plans and the marriage. And I can meet your son and tell your son I want to be with you so your son knows you're with me. And we can go down to New York and meet the pastor and we can get married. Because I really love you and I want to get married to you. I want you to be my wife because I love you.
I love me too, honey. So now I'm just wondering if you'd be able to take a little bit of time off of work so you can come to that Friday paintball big butt shooting party we're gonna have with my sister Bardine. I mean, you think maybe you could take a few days off of work?
Baby, like I said, I'm almost through. So this is the most critical time for me because I don't want to make any mistakes. Because if I make any mistakes, that means I'm going to spend more time here. And I know you don't want that. I know you want me home. So let me just get through with this. And when I'm through, I can come up to you and we can go to parties whenever you want me to go with you.
Well, honey, the party's gonna be on Friday.
This Friday?
Yeah, honey, this Friday. We've already gone down to the damn Costco and got the pink paintballs.
Oh no, my God, I can't make it. It's so soon, so quick. Um, don't worry. When I come, I can get some gifts for your cousin. But I'm not sure I'm gonna make it because it's so quick. It's just this Friday, and I gotta work. I have a meeting to attend on Friday, so it's not. I can make it Friday. I can make it.
Well,
I
can't
hope
you?
you forgive me, baby.
Well, no, I can't forgive you. Do you think you could maybe call in sick?
Huh?
Do you think maybe you could call in sick to work? I mean, I do it all the time. I just call into the asylum and let them know I'm not going to be there because I got diarrhea or something. I mean, couldn't you miss just a few days of work?
Baby. This is my project. I'm in charge here, so there is no one I can call. This is my project. I'm in charge. That's why I can't leave because I'm in charge over here, baby. If I leave and make a mistake, it's gonna cost me a lot.
Well, I mean, what would it take for you just to take a few days off?
Oh, baby, that's gonna be hell because, like I said, this is my project, and I have a timeline. And like I said, I'm almost through. Why can't you just be patient with me and let me get through, and I can be with you forever?
Well, because I pretty much have the patience of a gnat's ass, so I was just wondering if maybe you could come to the party because I want to show you off to my sister because she'll think you're imaginary.
You want to show me off?
I do, honey, because if you don't show up, she's gonna think I'm seeing people again, and then she's gonna put me behind in the little, the asylum. So I'm just
She's gonna
wondering.
think what?
She's gonna think I'm damn crazy unless you show up. She'll think you're imaginary.
Oh, come on! Don't say that. Why would she think you're crazy?
Well, because I'm gonna tell her I met this wonderful man and he's gonna come and see me, but she's gonna be like, "Where's the man? I don't see him." And I was just wondering, if you could come to the party, then she would know you're real, and then it would just help secure our relationship.
Um, the truth is, baby, like I said, I got a project. This is my project. I'm in charge. I'm in charge. I can't afford to make any mistakes. That's why I have to be here. But if it's okay, I can call on the phone and I can talk to her if that's fine with you.
No, she won't believe that. I mean, if it's your project, why can't you just take
I
a
don't
few
need
days off?
no. I don't need anybody to believe me or not believe you. It's my life. I can prove myself to anybody. I'm who I am, and I don't do that. Nobody push me around and tell me you have to prove yourself. No, I don't have to prove anything. I love you, and I know I love you. And if anybody doesn't believe that, that's their business. Has nothing to do with me. But if you trust me and you know I love you, that's all I need. Like I said, the what is gonna happen if you really wanna show me off to your sister when I come up there when I'm done and I come up there, then we can go meet your sister and talk to her and let her know we're getting married if that's okay with you.
Oh
But
yeah.
on Friday, no, I can't make it on Friday. I got a meeting to attend. This is my project. I spend a lot of money here. I'll send you a picture of the project. I spend a lot of money here, so I can afford to make any mistakes now. It's so I'm almost through. I cannot now.
Oh well, honey, I understand. I mean, I know it's pretty difficult, but you know what? It'd be just so much better if we could just meet. I mean, I'm being silly and I know I'm impatient, but I just wish you could just come so I could give you a big old kiss.
I'll be there, baby. I'll be there. Next month I'll be there, and we can go see your sister. Is that okay?
Yeah, I guess I can wait.
When I come up there, you can take me anywhere. You wanna show me off? Then show me off. No problem.
Oh, believe me, I'm gonna show you the whole damn town. All 50 of us gonna
Oh,
be looking at you.
I want you to send me a picture, baby. I want to see you.
Oh, I will, sweetheart. Don't you worry. You're gonna get a bunch of pictures of my happy little self.
I like that, baby. Send me more. Send me pictures. I want to see that. Can you do that now?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that, sweetie pie.
I love you, baby.
I love me
And
too,
I'll send
honey.
you a picture. And I'll send you a picture of the project. And I'll send you a picture of the kids. And I'll send you a picture of my mom. Okay?
All right, sweetheart. Sounds good to me.
Uh, I love you, baby. Send me the pictures. I'm waiting.
I'm waiting too, honey. You go first.
Okay. Okay, baby. Okay. Love you.
I love me too.
Okay.
Bye
I'll
bye.
call you right back.
Okay, bye bye.
Okay.
So that was scammer that we called at random that one of our viewers page friends sent us. So we just called him and he pretended like he knew us. And judging by his accent, I would say he's Nigerian. As you know, we chatted with him as the old lady. Someone asked in the chat if this is real. What it is I called a scammer. He picked up the phone. He's pretending to romance an old lady, that character that I play online, and he had a conversation. And from this conversation, you can tell how quickly the scammers try to hone in on you and try to love you, and they want to marry you, and they want to do all these things to you. This is how quickly they work. This is how quickly they try to get to you. Now, I guarantee you, within a couple of days, he would probably ask me for money, if not sooner. So it's just to give you an idea of how quickly scammers actually do work, and they do this. I will say I've been kind of reading the chat as I talk to this guy. I did have to ban somebody from the chat. I'm going to say this one more time, and I've posted videos about this a million times, and it really, honestly, in all honesty, it pisses me off. Not all scammers are from Nigeria or Ghana. Not all scammers are African. There are scammers all over the world. There's scammers in the US, Australia, Malaysia, Thailand, Russia, Eastern, Western Europe. There are scammers, Canada. There's scammers all over. Too many people are saying things like we hate all African people, or we hate black people, and that's so wrong. That is so absolutely the most stupidest and ignorant damn thing I've ever heard in my life. I have friends from Nigeria. I have friends from Ghana. I have friends from other places in Africa that I've known for years. There's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with people from Nigeria, from Ghana, from anywhere. If you make a comment about hating all people because of their skin color, and thinking that they're all scammers, then you are just as damn ignorant as a scammer. So, like I said, I banned one person from the chat. If anyone else cares to go ahead and say that they hate people because of their skin color, you can go ahead and unlike the channel, and I'll ban you, and that can be the end of it. I hate it. I hate when people say that they hate a certain race of people. It's stupid. So, not to get mean, but if you feel that way, if you hate all people from Africa, then leave the channel, because you have no place here. We're not racist people. We don't hate a certain skin color. We don't hate a certain person from where they're from. We hate the scammers. We hate what they do, no matter where they're from. So I wanted to clear that up, because I did watch the chat when I was talking with that guy, and I saw someone make a racist comment. I'm not putting up with racism. So honestly, if you're racist, just leave. So getting back to what we did. Yeah, Linda, I have Nigerian friends as well. In fact, I'm friends with a lady. I'll tell you guys a quick story. I'm friends with a lady. She is an awesome, awesome person. She's Nigerian, and she was scammed by a Nigerian scammer. So she's from Nigeria. She's Nigerian, and a Nigerian scammer scammed her. And she was a friend of Anne's first, and no other anti-scam page would help her because she was Nigerian. And I gotten to know this lady over the past 5 years. She's absolutely brilliant. She's a nurse. She has 2 beautiful daughters. She lives in Germany now. And she's absolutely an awesome, awesome lady. And she is Nigerian. And she is one of the smartest people that I've ever gotten the privilege of knowing. And so, unfortunately, there are a lot of scammers in Nigeria, but there are also a lot of wonderful people in Nigeria that are very, very intelligent. And a lot of people don't realize how intelligent people from Nigeria are. They're very, very smart. And so, we can't hate a country because of scammers. They come from all over. So just keep that in mind. I don't mean to ramble on about it, but it makes me mad when people judge someone by their skin color. That's effing stupid, seriously. So that's our chat with a scammer. But as you've seen from the chat, he was really quickly moved to marriage. He's really quickly moved to love you. I need to be with you. And that's how scammers operate. They want to manipulate you. They want to love you and be with you really quickly. And that's kind of how they do it. This one in particular is supposed to send me a bunch of photos. He wants to call me back. I don't know if I'm going to answer the call because my voice is getting really sore from being like that. It gives you guys an idea. You can hear the voice, recognize the accent. That's definitely, to me, it sounds like a Nigerian man. And you can recognize what they say. They love you right away. They want to be with you right away. They want to marry you. And too many times we have victims that come to the inbox and they say to us, I don't know if this man is real or not. And we'll ask, well, what is he saying to you? And oftentimes people will come back with, oh, he wants to marry me. We've never chatted on video. We've never met in person. We've never talked on the phone, but he wants to marry me and buy me a house. It's a scammer. So a lot of people will come and they'll say to us, well, I didn't get any hits on the photo, so he must be real. No, scammers are stealing photos of unknown people. And so you have to always listen to what the person is telling you and what they're asking of you. And someone asked me one time, they said, well, how do you know the accent? And I'll say this, Anna and myself have been for 5 years talking to scammers. And we've talked to scammers from all over the world, from West Africa, I've even talked to a scammer in Kenya, Sudan. I've talked to scammers in Russia and other Eastern European countries. And you can tell the accents after a while. It's like if you talk to somebody for so long and you talk to the same type of person for so long with the same type of accent, you can identify them. And that's pretty much how we do it. you know, yeah. So it's just a matter of speaking and knowing what to say, and you listen to what they say and you listen to what they're asking. And a lot of times scammers, from certain parts of the world will have a certain dialect that they use or certain slang they use, and we just recognize it because we've talked to them for so long. You asked him to send a picture of him in Dubai, and he said he didn't know his phone has a camera. Well, we'll see if he sent me any photos. I'm going to check my I use a texting app to talk to these scammers. I don't use my real phone number. Yeah, Maria, he worked fast with me. It must be the sexy woman voice that he fell in love with quicker. I stole your man, Maria. But we'll see if he sent some photos. So far, he hasn't sent anything. But we'll see what he does. But that was a good chat, and it's like I said, it's a good way for you guys to hear what he says and how scammers operate. I'll see if he sends any photos. I'm still waiting, but we'll see if he. And it was a long chat. It was about 50 minutes, so we were on there for almost an hour chatting with him. So, Gene, when will I do this again? I want to say I want to do these once a week, but I work a lot. Like I work a lot of hours, so at my job. So, and I don't work at the insane asylum as a Spanish teacher either. I want to say we'll probably try to do this maybe twice a month. How about that? We'll do it, twice a month, and it's gonna always be in the evenings and on a weekday because I usually work the weekends. I usually work from Wednesday on, so. It would probably likely be on a Monday or Tuesday that we would do this in the evenings or in the late night. I'm a night person, so I'm usually up pretty late. But yeah, if you guys like this, we can do this like maybe twice a month, and just for fun, try to call scammers and just chat and do whatever. I'm sorry I stole your man, Maria. I hope we can still be friends. He has not sent any photos yet, but I will. I will be on the lookout for it. Nothing's come through yet, so hopefully he sends some photos. But yeah, like we said, scammers come from all over. They're not necessarily all from a certain place, and there are scammers in the United States, and there are money mules that work for scammers that live in the United States, they live in the UK, they live all over, and we say money mules a lot of times. Mules that do the money filtering for scammers. A lot of them are victims, but a lot of times they're actually people that work for scammers. We know a few people that do that, and it's terrible. I mean, they do it for a living, but there are people that support scammers. We do have a few people that follow our Facebook page who report us all the time because they are actually working with scammers, and that's just kind of what they do. And Pauline, absolutely, we're having more scammers from Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, and surprisingly Afghanistan. We've found a lot of romance scammers coming out of Afghanistan, of all places. And as their country, recovers and develops and stuff, they have internet access better than before. So, is there a way to send you photos of scammers during a live chat? There isn't. Not that I know of on YouTube, but if you want to go to our Facebook page, Scamming Scammers Action, and send us photos, we can look at them and see who maybe they belong to and see what happens from there. And I will post this guy's information on our Facebook channel or our Facebook page, so you guys can see what pictures he sent, and I'll put his information up there, and we can go ahead and have a comparison if you want to look at the photos and see what he sent. And as far as scammers in China, there are some scammers in China, but what the majority of them are? There's a lot of scammers in places like Nigeria, Ghana, Turkey, Bangladesh, places like that are actually using Chinese bank accounts. What they do is they sign up online, and it's fairly easy apparently to get a bank account in China or a Bitcoin account or something like that. And they sign up for these accounts, and then they have victims send the money to China. So a lot of scammers aren't necessarily. I mean, there's scammers in China as well, but a lot of times when it comes to bank accounts in China, it's a scammer who's opened an online account. So sounds good, Maria. As I said, I'll post it on Facebook tonight, whatever he sends, and then you can always drop it in our inbox or chat with us there as well. Charlotte, as far as in Syria, I've never come across an actual Syrian scammer. I've come across fake profiles saying they're military and they're in Syria, but as far as an actual Middle Eastern scammer from Syria, I've never come across one. I don't know how their internet access is there right now. I know there's some internet, but most of the ones that are in Syria are actually just fake profiles pretending to be, in Syria, military profiles. Japan, yeah, there's scammers in Japan. There's scammers all over. There's scammers in every country. We've come across scammers in Poland that are romance scamming, like actual Polish citizens that are scamming with fake profiles. So yeah, there's scammers everywhere. Yeah, if any of you don't know, we do have a Facebook page called Scamming Scammers Action. That's where our inbox is if you need to get a hold of us or would like to talk to us, chat with us, send us any kind of profiles or pictures. There's any money launderers in our banks here in the U.S.? Sure, I'm sure there is. I'll tell you a quick story. We had a lady. I use the term loosely. She was working for Nigerian scammers specifically. Her husband was Nigerian, and she worked at Woodforest Bank in Texas. And she was actually opening accounts and filtering money for her husband, and he was sending a lot of the scamming money to Nigeria to his family. There are people that work in banks. There are people that work for Western Union, MoneyGrams, that actually do scam and open accounts and do all that kind of stuff. Several years ago, I worked for a securities company that dealt with Western Union fraud and different things like that. And we had cashiers at grocery stores who would actually falsify Western Union documents and send money and would encourage people to send the money. And these people would send money knowing that it was part of a scam operation, and they would go to this certain cashier at the grocery store and they would send the money, and the cashier wouldn't ask for ID and they just push it through. And so, yeah, there are scammers that work in financial places that go ahead and do scams. So it does happen. They do support scammers. There's people that work for scammers all day long. Linda, I did try to call James Jones. It just goes to a voicemail and hangs up. I've tried twice. I can try again right now and see if it goes through. It goes right to a voicemail recording. So he might actually have his app turned off right now, so he's not on to it. But we can try again the next time, or we can try again tomorrow. Cat, yes, that's a scam. There's no inheritance tax fee. That is 100% a scam. Just block the person that's telling you that for sure. So, yeah, Maria, you're right. There were scammers in Houston. We personally, about 3 years ago, came across three ladies that were scamming, that were working as money mules for Western Union. It was part of a scam operation that someone was scamming. A scam victim had brought us, and they were in Fort Lauderdale, and the police actually went after them with all the information that we sent them. And they're definitely not allowed at Western Union anymore, for sure. Scammers will ask you for anything. And they don't always ask for money. They ask you to open a bank account. They ask you to buy an iTunes card, buy a Steam card, buy an Amazon card. They ask you for other things. And fewer scammers, they're not asking for Western Unions as much anymore because it's harder for them to pick up the money. So a lot of times they're asking for gift cards and different things. They even ask for stupid things like Subway gift cards, because they want you to give it to them. And what they do with those cards is they use those cards to gain the trust of another victim they might be talking to. So they will talk. They will get a Subway gift card from you, or a Pizza Hut gift card, for example. They will take that gift card and use it to buy dinner for another victim that they know is going to pay them more money, that maybe is a little bit more richer. And they'll use your gift card to buy pizza for a victim that they're targeting. So when they do ask for gift cards, whether it be for an Amazon or for Pizza Hut, it's going to be a scam, and it's going to be a scammer. But yeah. Michael Avalos. Terry, I would say one thing about Michael Avalos. His photos are used by a lot of scammers, probably thousands of scammers. It's similar to George Kozma. His photos are used by thousands of scammers. We actually had a chat the other day with Michael's wife. He's the real man in the photo. All his photos are stolen. His wife actually came to our page, and we had a chat. He knows his photos are stolen. There's nothing he can do about it, unfortunately. But he's not the scammer. And we stressed that a lot because you too, Linda. Have a good night. We stressed that a lot because a lot of people think that he's actually the scammer, but he's not. And he's taken himself off social media. Unfortunately, scammers have stolen all of his photos, so they just keep recycling them and keep using them. And it's too bad that they do, because the real guy seems really nice. His wife is very, very polite, and they're kind of sick of it too. William, they choose their victims. I live in a third world country, and I do not speak English in my work, and I buy things online. They do choose their victims. I mean, it depends. Some people have come to us and asked us, how does a scammer find me? And we tell them, sometimes it's just at random, but some scammers will actually choose to target victims from a certain country. We've had scammers that just target ladies from Vietnam, or just ladies from the Philippines, or only ladies from Germany. They target different people in different countries for different reasons. It depends on what the scammer wants and what they're after. But they definitely do that. Maria, unfortunately, yeah, it happens. Victims get blocked from Western Union if they're involved with the scam, and they don't realize it, of course. But yeah, they do ruin the reputations of people. They ruin the credit. People's credit goes down. A lot of bad things happen when you get involved with a scammer, and it's innocent, like you didn't know, and so the money gets sent, or things get picked up, or whatever, and unfortunately people like yourself get caught up in it, and they end up getting punished for something that they really didn't know they were doing was wrong, unfortunately. We've even had victims that have ended up in jail because they opened a bank account and they didn't know. So we just got a text back from one of the numbers you guys sent me. Whoever sent me the 469 area code, he just texted me, so we'll see what he wants. I'll try to call him maybe and see. The other one from Dubai hasn't sent me any photos yet, so we'll see. And yeah, a lot of people don't realize that, when a scammer asks you to open a bank account, it affects your credit. And especially if, you've got things like checks that are being bounced and fraudulent activity, it doesn't affect the scammer. It affects you. It affects your credit score. It affects your future. And it's unfortunate, but it does happen quite a bit. There's scammers on Pinterest as well. There's scammers on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is getting really bad with scammers as well. And Gene, all you can do is take one day at a time. And he's calling me honey. I don't know who he is. Just take one day at a time, and know that you're not alone. There are lots of scammers that have victims, and there's victims all over, and you're never alone. And like we've told victims before in the inbox, there's always a network of support. There's always a lot of friends and people around that are also victims that are always going to be there for you. So don't ever feel alone, because you're not. There's always people that will understand. A lot of times our family might not understand, but we do have a network online of people that do understand, and they'll always be there for you. So If a video call and a voice call photos match, can the person still be a scammer? Yes, because a lot of times scammers will play a recording of a video, so the photo will match the video, and so you'll be cam chatting with someone, and it'll be an actual video. So what we tell people, and I tell people this all the time, the best thing you can do is when you're on video chat with someone, have them write name on paper while on video, have them hold it up, and when they hold it up, then you'll know they're real. But if you're on video with someone and they won't do that, or their camera breaks while you're talking to them, then you know it's a scammer using a stolen video. So don't always believe that since the videos match the pictures that they're real. It's not the case. And to the victims out there, don't ever be ashamed. Don't ever feel stupid. Don't ever feel less than, because that's letting the scammers win. There's nothing wrong with what you did. You were a victim of a crime. It's no different than if you were on the subway and you got mugged, or if you you were at the park and your purse got stolen. You're the victim of a crime. It doesn't matter what the crime is. You're still a victim. So people shouldn't feel bad. Kat, okay, the 469, he's messaging me. That's Albert. I'm gonna go ahead and call him now and see if he picks up. He's writing, where have you been? I miss you. So let's give him a call. So he's from POF.
Honey,
Are you there, sweetie?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. How you doing?
My God, where have you been?
I've been waiting for you, honey.
Waiting for me?
Yes, baby.
What happened?
What happened to you, honey?
Sweetheart, I should be asking you that. I waited for you for over a year now. I've been trying to reach you, and then you just come on, hang out once in a while. What happened?
Well, honey, I've had a lot of things go wrong. I mean, you heard what happened with Bardine, my sister, right?
What happened to her?
Oh my God, it's been such a fiasco, honey. Well, last year, she met Theodore on the internet and she got in her Ford Ranger. She managed to grease the sides up and get in the seat. And she went driving to go meet him, and good Lord, she got into a car accident and she got stuck in the car and they couldn't get her out, and they had to get the jaws of life to get her out of the truck, and then they had to get a hoist to get her off the ground. And then, oh good Lord, it was just a mess. She was in a coma. She didn't know who any of us was. It was horrible, honey.
I'm so sorry about that.
Oh, honey, we are too. It's terrible. For almost a whole year, she didn't know who we were. She thought I was her damn daddy. We had to take her to the rehab. She had to learn to walk again. And the Hallmark Channel's doing a whole story on her accident.
What about your kids?
Well, you heard what happened with Kyle, right?
What happened?
It's so sad. I mean, it's so sad. The thing of it is, he was watching TV and he was so mad at himself. Me and him got in an argument over his damn Xbox. He ran outside and climbed up the telephone pole and he got electrocuted.
It's okay, sweetheart. Calm down. Okay, are you on Hangout right now?
No, honey, I got so upset over Bardine and then Kyle getting electrocuted. I just haven't been on the internet forever, and I thought maybe you found another man.
No. Okay, calm down, honey. Can you go on Hangouts right now? I want to call you in video. I want to see you.
I deleted the hangnail, honey. I'm so upset I threw my damn phone into the river, and then my other sister, Lardine, bought me one of them jitterbug phones, but I don't like it because it's got the big buttons, and I feel like an old hag, and I don't know what to do anymore, honey.
It's okay. Calm down, sweetheart. It's okay. We're gonna figure this out.
My whole life just gone to hell.
Sweetheart, calm down, okay? We're gonna figure this out together.
I'm so upset.
Calm down, okay, honey? Just calm down. What happened to your voice?
You didn't hear about what happened to us.
No, what happened to your voice?
Well, it's a horrible story, but after my sister Bardine had the car accident, and then when Kyle got electrocuted, I went into a downward spiral, and I tried to drink a bunch of bleach because I thought I was just a horrible, horrible mother. But then it wasn't really bleach; it was pine sol, and now every time I talk, my breath smells like pine trees.
It's alright, sweetheart. It's alright. I'm not gonna leave you anymore, okay? We're gonna figure this out together, and I wanna get together with you already. Okay, honey?
All right, sweetheart. Well, how are we gonna do this? I need you here with me because I don't know what to do, and my damn goldfish died this morning.
Who told you to have with you? Who told you that?
My goldfish died. It was upside down in the bowl.
It's okay. It's alright, sweetheart. It's alright. Do you still have your truck with you?
I do, honey. I've got my truck with me.
It's alright. What about your house?
I still got my house, but I had to sell the shed.
Did you sell your house?
No, honey, I just sold the shed in the back because it had termites.
Okay. So who's at your house? Who's been living there?
I've been living here all by myself with my 9 cats, honey. It's just me and my damn cats. I'm so lonely.
Okay, it's alright, sweetheart. It's alright. Can you download Hangouts right now? I really want to see you, please.
I don't
Can
know.
you just download Hangouts
I don't know.
right now?
I don't know if I have the strength, honey, and I don't know if you're gonna still love me. I've gained 137 pounds.
Sweetheart, I promise you, okay? We took an oath. Do you think I'm still gonna find you if I do not love you? I do not care how you look, honey. I love you for who you are.
But I got,
Okay? Others brought us back together. So please,
but I got four.
please,
I got 4 chins now, honey.
sweetheart, let's try to figure this out together. First of all, sweetheart, forget about that. It doesn't matter. Okay?
Hey,
I
but
promise you that.
like I said, I got four chins now, and I mean after the accident and my son and then my damn goldfish died, I just feel so alone.
Baby, it's okay. Sweetheart, just calm down. It's okay. Just download Hangouts right now and get back on the Hangouts.
Honey,
Can you do that?
I can try.
Do that in,
I don't know if I have this.
okay,
I
can you do that in 2 minutes?
I don't know if I have the strength.
Calm down, honey. I promise you everything is gonna be okay. Okay, honey? I promise you everything is gonna be fine. I just want to see you, and then I want to get to you. I want us to get back together. I want us to meet already. Okay, honey?
Oh, honey, I need you here. Where are you still working, or where are you at, sweetie?
Sweetheart, I'm in Utah right now. I promise you that as soon as we leave your shack, I'll come and meet you. Please just get on Hangout right now. Please.
Oh, honey, I'm so ashamed of all the damn weight I've gained. I've been
It's
eating.
okay,
I've been.
baby. It's all right.
I've been eating them.
Please.
I've been eating them spicy chicken tenders like they're going out of style, honey. I'm so ashamed.
Baby, it's okay. Just calm down, sweetheart. Calm
I
down.
can't
Okay?
breathe. I can't breathe.
It's okay. I promise you that we will figure this out. I promise you. Okay? Just get on Hangout, like 10 minutes to get on the Hangout. I'll be there.
How do I?
Okay?
What do I do, honey? How do I get on hangnails?
Just go on your Play Store and try to download Hangouts.
The Play Store's not open, honey. It closed at 8 o'clock.
No, I'm talking about your phone.
What about my phone, honey? What? I'm so confused. All this medication's making me dizzy. What? Why don't mean to be so stupid? Why are you with me? I'm so stupid. I'm a dumb woman with 4 chins.
It's okay, sweetheart. It's all right. Just calm down.
I think I need to eat another chicken tender. I can't handle this stress.
Baby, calm down, okay?
I don't know.
Calm down.
I think I'm going to do another line of Velveeta.
Listen, sweetheart. We're going to figure this out together, like I said. I just want you to get on Hangouts right now. Please.
Honey, how do I do it? I feel so weak. I don't know anymore, honey. I think I need to order me a big old cheesy pizza. I'm just going to be a fat pig. Why do you love me?
Sweetheart, how can you ask me that? I loved you from the very first day we started talking. Come on.
But what do you love most about me, honey? I just don't feel good anymore, honey. I need you here with me. Can you fly out before I do something drastic like eat this whole bag of Tyson chicken tenders that have been on recall?
You're not going to do anything, okay? I will be there. But first of all, let's video chat, please.
Oh, honey, I ain't washed my hair in 5 days. I don't feel good anymore.
No, you don't think that way. I promise you. Listen, honey, I'm giving you my word. I promise you everything is going to be fine. Trust me, please.
Honey, I don't know if I can go on anymore. I'm thinking about eating this whole brick of cheese and just being done with it, honey. I don't know what to do. I need you here.
Okay, sweetheart. Can you text me your address?
Yeah, I can text you my address. I mean, can you come out? Can you fly out? Do you want me to get you a flight?
Sweetheart, don't worry. Just text me your address, okay?
Okay, honey. I hope we can be together because I just don't know if I could keep going on. I mean, I keep looking at a bag of croissants in the kitchen thinking it's time.
Sweetheart, it's all right. It's all right. Just send me a picture of you right now and text me your address, okay?
Okay, baby, but damn, it's so ugly.
It's all right, sweetheart. Just send me a picture of you right now. Text me your address and I'll call you back.
Okay, Turkex, I just hope that you can come here because I need to feel the warm embrace of your scaly little skin.
I will come, okay, sweetheart. I will come. I promise you that. I'll call you right back. Just text me your address and a picture of you, okay?
All right, baby. Can you give me a kiss?
Okay, I'll be waiting.
Are you kissing my chins, honey?
I love you. So please just text me your address right now and a picture of you, okay?
Okay, Turkex, I'll do that right now. Thank you.
He hung up on me. I can't talk anymore. I can't talk anymore for tonight with that with that voice. So Kat, that's the one Kat had us call. I think he thinks it's you. So I've made you into a just very disturbed individual. And Gene, I've been reading the chat. There's a lot of great ladies in here that are very legit, that are great support systems. And just know that you're not by yourself. You have a good support system here, and it's going to be okay. Yeah, I can't stop a scammer, and can't stop a scammer. They all we can do is educate people. That's all we can do is educate people and try to warn people about it. It's hard for me to not laugh, and sometimes it's so ridiculous that I try not to laugh. I'll have to just bite my tongue and not to laugh. Judy, they pick on poor, they pick on the rich, they pick on anybody. They make you a victim no matter who they are, and that's what they try to do. And to answer, there was a question earlier in the chat when I was talking to the scammer. How do we find the real faces to scammers? There's a couple ways we do it. It's all by chance. So if you have payment details, let's say you're talking to a man online and his name is Bob Smith, but he asks you to send money to somebody in Ghana. Most of the time that'll be the scammer. A lot of these scammers have real social media profiles with their real photos and their real names. And a lot of times that's how we find them. Sometimes we find them through the phone numbers. Sometimes we find them through payment details. And sometimes scammers will use their own profile to scam, and they just put a fake photo up with a new fake name, but they leave their old photos in the albums. So a lot of times we find them that way as well. But most of the time it's through the payment details if it leads to a place like, Turkey, Ghana, known places where scammers are at. You're welcome. I'm glad you guys could laugh. We have a lot of sadness when it comes to victims and people being scammed, and we've had suicidal victims. We've had victims that have ended their lives over scammers. So when we do these old lady chats, they're just meant to make you guys laugh and make you guys have fun, and it's okay to laugh. It's okay to cry, but it's okay to laugh too. I will not keep away from the chicken tenders. Look at me, I eat chicken tenders. So, but yeah, as I said, if you feel in despair, and just know that you're not by yourself, and then there's a lot of thank you, Mr. Wright. There's a lot of victims, and there's a great support system here. You're never alone, and myself, neither one of us will ever judge you. You're the victim of a scam. You're a victim of a crime, and unfortunately, some people do judge. We don't. So if you're ever needing to chat, or you feel down, or anything is wrong, you can come to our inbox on Scamming Scammers Action. Ann or myself are always there. We answer most of the messages within a few hours, but one of us will answer you. And if you ever need to talk, we're always there as well. I can't get enough of the chicken tenders. You're welcome, Gene. So this scammer wanted a photo. I guess we could do that. Somebody asked me a while back what photos I used to send to a scammer. I use one photo in particular, and it's somebody that gave me permission to use their photo, and it's someone that's not on the internet. So if you guys ever wondered what photo I use, it's a friend of mine that they allow me to use their photo. So. No. But yeah, good night to anyone that's leaving the chat, and hello to anyone that's come in. This has gone longer than I thought it would. I was only going to do this for half an hour, but it's going well, so I'll stay on for a little bit longer. But yeah, as I said with victims, none of us are ever, you're never alone on that fact. A photo of the old lady with her sister Bardine and son Kyle. Believe it or not, I have a photo of the old lady. I have a photo for Bardine, and I have a photo for Kyle. All three of them are used with permission. They're people that I know personally that are not on the internet, so they let me use the 3 photos they gave me, and they were like, "This is hilarious." So I don't ever like steal someone's photos or anything. Kat, I stole your man from you just like I stole Maria's man. I'm on a roll tonight. You're welcome, Brenda. It's good to see you in the chat. Brenda's one of our regulars as well. So, but yeah, I'm always happy to check. You know, a number or profile for you or whatever you need. I don't want them either. and like we've said, you know, as technology evolves, scammers are going to evolve and they're going to do different things. And we've seen that with Bitcoin scammers and things like that. It's just going to get worse and worse, unfortunately. But we just keep educating and keep learning. The old lady has lots of gentlemen callers. Oh, we'll see you later. If anyone's leaving, take care. Have a great night or day. I really appreciate you guys. Betty Lou, the old lady gets around. She does. She gets around. She's been around the block. Yeah, I won't video chat with them. I'll just not call them back. But I think I'm done with scamming calls tonight because my throat's really, really sore. So I'm gonna go ahead and not call them anymore. But yeah, we get scammers all over. I mean, we have a lot of tech scammers as well. Jason from India. We've called a few tech support scammers in the past as well. Bitcoin scammers are huge now, and a lot of people don't understand Bitcoins. Like when Bitcoins first came out, I had no idea what they were. I was like, "What's a Bitcoin?" And as scams evolve and things go forward, we learn more and more about Bitcoins and scams and investment scams and things like that. Betty Lou is crazy. Someone asked me where I got the character for Betty Lou. I lived in South Texas for over 10 years, and Betty Lou is a little bit of everybody I've kind of met through the South. I've kind of pieced it together to make this character. You're welcome, Gene. And we're always like, Anna and myself are always there for you if you ever need anything. We're never going to judge you. And if you're honestly, and if anybody feels down, if anyone feels suicidal, if anyone feels upset, inbox me. And I'll talk to you. I've even called victims on the phone and spoken with them when they feel down. So if anyone feels that way, I'm happy to give you a call as well. As long as you're in the States, because I don't have international. Thank you for all the kind words, everybody. I appreciate it. Susan, I do talk to him again. Sometimes I block them, but sometimes I'll talk to them for a couple days or a week just to try and see if they ask for money to be sent somewhere. Would you ever do a collaboration with other scam busters? I've been watching. I would. I had somebody ask me if I would do a collaboration with ILR Rosie, and I've watched her videos. She's absolutely hilarious. And someone asked me if we do one with, I think, Scambait Central, which they follow our page and we follow theirs. And I'm happy to do a collaboration with anybody. I'm happy to do anything with anybody, really. Yeah, Maria, you can inbox us on Facebook under Scamming Scammers Action. That's the name of our Facebook page. You'll see my photo and Ann's photo on the cover. But Scamming Scammers Action is our Facebook page. Susan, I've had a woman Words with Friends talk to me and said her nephew is interested in me and I will talk with him on WhatsApp. I blocked her right away. this is a new scam. It is. We've had this happen a few times. And you're welcome, Kathy. You'll be on Words with Friends, or you'll be on Tagged, or wherever you socialize, and someone will message you and say, "My name is Sally, and my cousin Bob, he's interested in you, but he's too shy to talk. Would you like to add him on WhatsApp?" And it's actually just the scammer pretending to be two different people, and they try to get you to add them. It is a new kind of approach that scammers are doing, and it unfortunately seems to be working as well. Yeah, IRL Rosie, that's her name. Hilarious. If you haven't checked out her channel, definitely check it out. She's very, very funny as well. Someone brought me her channel about 3 or 4 months ago. It's very funny. Also, there's a young lady who has a channel. Her name is Jocelyn Corvus, and I can put a link on our Facebook page to it, as well as on our YouTube. She does a lot of great relationship advice for online dating and different just spiritual relationship stuff. She's a personal friend of mine, but her YouTube channel is Jocelyn Corvus. And if you ever wanted to get more of a serious note with relationships, she's a really great spiritualist. She gives great advice. So if you're looking for a more serious channel, that's another great channel to check out. Marty's skin color has nothing to do with it. Absolutely right. But honestly, you know, a lot of scammers are in Nigeria, but we're actually getting more from India right now. India and Pakistan. Afghanistan, I've had probably about 100 scammers this week from Afghanistan. So it's definitely growing. And unfortunately, what's happening is people online are seeing, they're seeing the West Africans that have been scamming online with romance scams for many years, making all this money, and now they're doing the same in other countries. So unfortunately, it's spreading in a bad way. And Cindy, yes, my throat is very sore. So I won't be calling any more scammers tonight. But Jason, I will call an Indian call center scammer. We're gonna try to do this kind of like informal chats. I'd like to do them once a week, but I can do them every other week because of my job. So I will. If you have a number for Indian call scammer, drop it to me, and I'll give them a call. And we'll call them as the old lady. Gene, yeah, if you ever get down and you ever want to talk, come to Facebook, come to Scamming Scammers Action, hit me in the inbox, and either Anna or myself, I'll talk to you. If you live in the States and you're feeling really down, you're feeling suicidal, you're feeling upset, low, I'll give you a call. Seriously, I'm always there for people. I have unlimited calling. I mean, I'll call you. I do work a lot, but I always have time, and especially if someone's feeling that way. So definitely, if you, and this goes for anybody, if you need anything. Maria, yep, there's a lot of scammers in Morocco. There's a lot of scammers in Morocco that do, they do kind of a different type of scamming. They do sextortion scams where they'll pretend to be a sexy girl and try to extort money from men. There's also a lot of visa scammers from Morocco. They're all over. They're all over, but different scammers do different types of scams from different parts of the world as well. For a sore throat, I would suggest cheese balls and chicken tenders. Blend it up and put over ice. Good night, Maria. Have a good night. Thank you for coming and enjoying it. So, but yeah, there are scammers in Morocco. I watch. I'm addicted to the show 90 Day Fiance. I watch like all of them, and we know there's scammers in Morocco. If any of you watched the show, you know the story of Azan and Nicole. There's scammers everywhere. So, like I said, they just do different kinds of scamming in different parts of the world. But yeah, they're all over. So, but if anyone has any questions, you're welcome, Susan. If anyone has any questions, you're more than welcome to ask them now. I'm gonna probably end this chat in the next few minutes because it's been going on for almost 2 hours. So, Smoke and Vape, you got a question? I'm happy to answer it if you want to type it out. Go ahead. And Charlotte, yeah, there's scammers in the US and Canada. There is. Smoke and vape asked who has the best vape deals. You know what? I wouldn't know because I don't smoke and I don't vape and I don't do drugs. So I couldn't tell you, man. But, you know, thank you everyone for the kind words. I appreciate it. And I've had people ask me like, you know, how do you guys do what you do? And one of the biggest questions is, you know, how do you do it? How do you find these scammers? How do you find out people are fake? And Anna said this before as well. We don't do anything that you can't do yourself. We're not law enforcement. We're not private investigators. We're not licensed. We're not anything special. We just investigate, you know, profiles. We look at photos. We look at what they're telling you, and everything we do, you guys can do as well. Bohemian, we do get female scammers. You know what's funny about the female scammers is a lot of the female scammers don't flaunt their money as well as the male ones. A lot of the male scammers will hold the money up and they'll show it and they'll flaunt it around. The females are more quiet. They're more stealth, but there are a lot of them that are female. Have you heard of scammers wanting to send their paychecks to you? Yes, and they'll oftentimes send you, sometimes they'll have someone send you a fake check, or they'll tell you that their check was delayed, but can you go ahead and send them the money, and they'll send the check later. They do ask for iTunes cards. iTunes cards, they sell them online. They trade them online. They also use them to get music and things on their Apple iPhones. All the scammers have the best phones. They have the newest phones. So if someone's asking you for an iPhone, they are, or excuse me, for an iTunes card, they are a scammer. If a scammer gives you their bank info, what are they trying to pull? What a lot of times they'll do is, if you're talking to a fake profile, they'll say, honey, I've got $1 million in my bank account, and I want to help you, and I'm a very wealthy man. Here's my bank login info. And what you'll do is they'll give you a link to a bank site, and it's actually a fake site, and you'll log into it, and it'll show that Bob Smith has $10 million in his bank account, and it'll actually be a fake bank login information, and it's to gain your trust, to make you think, wow, this man's got $2 million in his account. Yeah, I can send him $500 to help him out with his sick kid, and he'll give me the money back. So that's basically what they do. The bank account login information is often fake, and Hangouts is full of scammers. So please warn them about fake soldiers. Sure. Fake soldiers, real soldiers are not online chatting to random women on the internet. Soldier profiles are some of the biggest scam profiles we come across. Real soldiers, we actually have two people that write our military notes on our Facebook page. One, he had been deployed to Afghanistan, I believe, 3 times, and we have a young lady that writes some of our military notes, and she had been in Afghanistan before as well. She was in the Army. They'll tell you straight out, real soldiers are not online chatting to women. They don't need iTunes cards, Amazon cards. They don't need your bank info. They have access to their money. Real soldiers can get their money. Real soldiers are getting paid. Real soldiers deployed have food. They have medicine. They have all they need. So if you're talking to somebody online who claims to be a soldier and they say they're deployed, that's the first red flag. The second red flag, if they're asking you for money, iTunes cards, bank information, open an account for me, pay for my leave. A scammer will say, as a fake military profile, pay for my leave. It's a scam. Real soldiers don't pay for a leave, and real people enlisted in the military do not have you write to a commander or have you write to any branch of the military to get them to go on a leave. So a lot of ladies and a lot of men like military soldiers, and they want to marry a soldier, but the reality is these real legit soldiers are not looking for you online. So if you come across somebody that is a soldier and they're asking you, they want to marry you, or you have to pay for this or pay for that, you're talking to a scammer, 100%. You took your NyQuil and go to bed. Well, have a good night's sleep. NyQuil is the best, isn't it? So, but for those of you heading to bed, I wish you a good night. And I really appreciate you guys coming on. I didn't expect this many people to be on. We had like 120 people at our highest, which is really cool. But I appreciate all you guys. It's a little after midnight here where I live. I'm on the West Coast. And again, it's my night off from work, and I appreciate you guys being here. I'm probably going to close this chat for tonight, and we hope to do this maybe next week or the week after, depending on my work schedule. We'll go ahead and do it. Someone asked me what I do for a living. I work in security services, and that's all I'm going to say. But I work from Wednesday on. So I go back to work tomorrow night. So I won't be on here tomorrow night, but I hope to be on maybe next week or the week after, and we'll go ahead and we'll do this again, try to call some scammers, and we'll definitely do some informal chatting. So I just want to say I appreciate all you guys for coming out. I really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, for supporting the page. If you need help, our Facebook page again is Scamming Scammers Action. You can find the inbox there. You can inbox me, send me a private message. And if you need anything, Anna and myself are both the only two that run the page. And again, our YouTube channel, and I try to make at least 1 or 2 videos a week if possible. So thanks to everyone again. Thanks for the fun. I'm sorry that I stole a couple of your guys' boyfriends. But I appreciate you guys coming out, and I hope you guys have a good night. I'm heading to bed shortly. So thank you again, and much love to all you guys. I appreciate every one of you. And as I said, if you ever need anything, if you guys are feeling down, or if you need something, Anna and myself are in the inbox under Scamming Scammers Action on Facebook. You're more than welcome to inbox us. Just let me know you came from YouTube, and I'll know who you are, and we'll see you then. So hope to see you guys maybe next week or the week after on YouTube, and then once a month we do our Facebook Q&A as well. It's the last week of every month. So good night to everybody. Have a good night, or a good afternoon or morning, wherever you are. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you guys next time. Have a great night. Thanks again, and be safe. Bye.